All right, welcome to the Leadership Academy for Kids. You're joining us live here on a Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about leadership concepts and we bring it to kids. I got my two kids in the studio. You guys can say hi.
Hi.
Two of my kids are in the studio, and we do this live every Monday at 11 o'clock. And so we're going to extend on from the lessons that we learned last week, which you two weren't here. Were you? No. You guys were what were you doing? You're doing like that school thing in town?
Yeah.
Doing a school thing in town. So I've got the things on the board we're going to talk about. But before we do that, we're going to do our kind of summary from what we learned thus far.
Yeah.
What is influence?
I was going to read out the word for it.
No, we're not going to focus on this at the moment. What's influence?
Influence is, let's see, telling someone something is true.
Telling someone something is true. Maybe that's part of it. How about this? Where we get other people to do things. And what are those three things? Okay.
Actions, behavior, and beliefs. I say action, behaviors, and beliefs.
Yeah, that's right. We get other people to do actions, behaviors, and beliefs.
But a belief is like you're trying to get me to believe that there's purple leaves.
Yes, we talked about purple leaves before and getting someone to believe purple leaves.
Golden.
What is the difference between good and evil? Okay, go ahead.
Good is like for others. Well, I know what evil is. It's like claiming the bathroom is mine.
Yeah, you're giving these examples, but you're not giving the fullness of the example. We're talking about hold on. We're talking about others and we're talking about self. But what is the others and what are the self? What does that relate to what we're talking about?
Self is probably self is
We're talking about influencing, right?
Yeah.
We're influencing, and it's the purpose of why we're influencing. We're either influencing for the benefit of others or we're influencing for the benefit of ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hazel, what is a person doing if they are influencing for others? What's that word called? For the benefit of others.
Letting. No.
No, not an example. What does it mean to influence people for the benefit of others? Remember, there's two words. So we're talking about good and evil, but then there's blank and blank.
No idea.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Leadership and manipulation.
There you go. You're answering the next one. So leadership is when we are influencing for the benefit of other people. And it's manipulation if we're influencing people for the benefit of ourselves.
I know that.
You remember that one? Okay. So what we talked about last week, which you guys weren't here for, is what I want to do is these things that we just talked about. What we're going to do, what we did last week and what we're going to do this week and we're going to do for the next couple weeks is what we're going to do is we're going to make this like very tangible and real and understandable about how you can actually do things with this, right? Mm-hmm. So what we talked about last week is I made the statement that kids can be leaders. Okay? They can lead. Mm-hmm. Which, of course, what's leadership?
Others?
Yeah, other. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you're getting these things. Okay, influence others. Okay, say that in like a whole sentence. Like, what are we talking about? When we're talking about leadership. What are we talking about?
Influence is others.
Influence does not equal others. Come on, let's say it as sentence. What is leadership? What is the definition of leadership? Just a simple definition. Do you know what a definition? Let's start with. Do you know what guys know what a definition is?
No. It's a sentence that tells you what the word is. Now.
A sentence that tells you what a word is. That's right. That's exactly what a definition is. A definition tells you a sentence and encapsulates the meaning of a word.
Okay.
And so what leadership is when you are influencing the actions, behaviors, and beliefs for the benefit of other people. Okay, so what must manipulation mean? Let's just say it in a kind of a general sentence.
Evil and self.
Well, those are two of the words. That's good. You've associated them. But instead of that's just the association, as in they're connected. But what it is manipulation is influencing the actions, behaviors, and beliefs for the benefit of yourself. Okay?
I forgot that one.
All right, we're clear on this, right? So now we understand what leadership is. We understand what manipulation is. We'll keep talking about this. We're going to talk about this each and every week until we guys know that. But, so last week I gave 3 ways that kids can actually become the leader, to include leading their parents. Did you know that that's possible? You can actually lead your parents. Right? Remember? I'll tell you how. What we just said. What was the definition of leadership? We're going to keep hammering it till you guys really get it.
Leadership is action, belief, and behavior.
Influencing the actions, belief, and behaviors for good, which means, there you go. That's all good. There you go. Okay, so it must be the case that kids can actually be leaders of their parents, but there must be certain ways to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are the 3 ways that I gave. Number 1.
I wish I could be the leader of your
Oh, well, here's your way right here. These things right here will help you do that. So the first thing is help your siblings, and I put a little bit more to it. Help your siblings with everyday things. Everyday things.
What does siblings mean?
You don't know what sibling is? Sibling is, go ahead.
Your brothers and sisters. Hey.
Yeah, your brothers and sisters.
I thought that was my baby brother, Patrick.
That is your baby brother, is your sibling.
Patrick.
What you're doing is you're helping your siblings, but it's not just helping them. That's one thing. But the way that you can help by being a leader is you can help them with everyday thing. What is an everyday thing?
Everyday thing is like workbooks or like
Workbooks, okay?
or like naps.
Naps, maybe. Okay, what else? What do you guys do every day?
Reading books. No. This is something that I did today. I made Patrick happy by sitting with him and eating with him. He liked it.
Okay, so maybe being successful in what they're supposed to do, which might be just kind of sitting there being quiet.
When Mom's like doing something like gardening or something, I go in and Patrick have woke up. I just take Patrick out of the crib and then I take him to Mommy.
Okay, that could be good. What this means, help your siblings be successful in everyday things, is helping them do the things that they would want to do to be successful as being part of our family. And so one of the things you guys do every day is you do PJs, brush your teeth, brush your hair, and all that, right? Mm-hmm. Does Patrick know how to brush his teeth?
Nope.
No. So at some point in time, you get to be the leader if you show him how to brush his teeth.
Well, one time I brushed his teeth.
There you go. That's help. So explaining and showing them how to brush your teeth, how to go to bed on time, how to put their PJs on, that makes you the leader. Sometimes
I take his clothes off when it's bedtime.
Okay, that's another thing. Helping them take their clothes off. Did you know that sometimes old people, when they get to a certain age, they can't take their clothes off without help too? You can help be the leader of them. Same thing. This is simple. This is not you're trying to help them lift a box and put it on a truck or something. This is the little things. This is like learning how to tie their shoes. Does Virginia know how to tie her shoes? Nope.
Sometimes I
But
try
you-
to help her.
Okay. Sometimes you try to help her. If you were consistent, and what I'm saying is, I am not saying you tie her shoes for her. That's not what I'm saying. I'm actually saying you help them do the things that they need to do to be successful, which is not having tied shoes, but it's learning how to tie their shoes.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Same thing with brushing your teeth. It's not brushing their teeth, although that's one step towards this. It would be helping them to learn how to brush their own teeth, because they don't want you to brush their teeth for them. Mm-hmm. They want to be able to be successful on their own. Mm-hmm. Okay?
And what I was going to say is that sometimes when Mommy doesn't even know, and when we're done swimming and we come back to the house, sometimes Patrick doesn't have his swimming stuff not off, so I take it off him.
Okay.
Even his swimming diaper.
Let's bring this up. Do you guys want me to dress you in the morning?
No.
No, of course not. So but that would be helping you, right?
Yeah.
No.
Not
No, it's not. Not really. Because that's not what you want.
Yeah. I want to do it
We have not spent a lot of time talking about what is actually influencing people, as in why is it that we can get them to take actions, behaviors, and beliefs. We haven't spent a lot of time talking about that, but the core to it is you're helping them get what they want. Getting what they want. You guys want to get your clothes on, but you definitely don't want me to do it for you. If anything, maybe you want me to make sure the door is closed and Patrick's not in there and all that kind of stuff. You might want that, but you don't want me to go and do that. So what you do, you get to be the leader if you're helping the other person get what they actually want. Now, number 2, this is another one that I came up with, which is push to learn. So in other words, you become the person who wants to learn instead of having a parent trying to show you what you ought to want to learn. You instead are the driving force of, I want to learn this, I want to learn this, and then you remind them regularly. You at that point are actually becoming the leader, not them. Go ahead.
Well, sometimes he had to push Patrick over. He's like in the middle of the room.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't mean literally push to learn. I mean you are regularly bringing up that you want to learn something. So right now, if you're not learning, for example, are you guys learning music? No, you're not.
Not yet.
But you guys aren't the driving force of that, but you could be. If you brought up regularly and daily that you want to learn that subject, guess what happens? All of a sudden, the environment, your parents who care about you, will start to formulate around you to give you the things that you want in order to be successful, because you're the one that's driving the learning. The push, this doesn't mean literally push. This means figuratively in the sense that you're constantly reminding them, hey, music teacher, hey, music instrument. If you said that, you're actually pushing them along as though, here you go. Here, let me draw a little picture for you guys, all right? You guys are going to be the little pink people. And you're pushing. You know, this could quite literally be what it looks like. And then here's an adult up here who's going, ah, being pushed by this kid, pushing him this direction, because you're saying, hey, bring me over here to this shop where they've got a little violin. Let me see if I can draw a violin. Okay?
Draw a guitar.
Yeah, it's kind of a guitar. But, you know, now here's the bow. Okay? Kind of looks like a bow and arrow bow. Okay? So you're pushing them over here, and they're like, ah! They're getting pushed to come over here and to take an action. Because if they were closer to over here and they're continually getting pushed towards this thing, then you can get that. So if you want, the thing is you need to find out what you want to learn, and then you got to start making movements towards it, because that's the way you will actually learn. Do you understand?
Did you draw brown hair?
Brown hair. On who? On the girl?
Yeah.
There you go.
And on the boy. And then there's a boy up here. I liked it with that.
So this is me. Ah! This is how you can actually be the leader. I'm not even joking. This right here. All you got to do is decide what you want to learn, what you find is valuable to learn, and then you push on the parents to go and do it. And then at the end of it,
Did you draw eyes and nose and mouth?
no, I'm not going to do that. And once that pushing is done, all of a sudden, you've got kid right here who's got the violin. And then you have,
The parent.
now you have smiling parent who knows that their kid wants to learn something and is off on their way to go learn it. So now they're super happy. You got them to go do something for you that both people want. Push to learn. Okay, we're going to move on because we actually, this isn't really the topic of the day. Let me make sure to set my reset my timer up here. This is actually not the stuff we're talking about. I'm just giving you a quick thing because we're going to focus on this right here. This is what we're actually going to talk about today. But you guys weren't here last time, so you need to catch up. And the last one is be an example. What's be an example mean?
It means like if you brush their teeth and they also know how to brush their teeth, they're going to follow you.
Say that again.
If you brush their teeth, they're probably
Set up.
going to follow you.
Hazel, set up. Say that again one more time.
If you like brush your teeth, and then they're probably also
There you go. Yep.
you.
What you're saying right there, which is you don't always have to push people in order to get something. You could just do it. And then other kids, so here you are, you're now the big kid.
Me?
And then there's these other little kids that they're looking over here at you. They're going like, what are they doing over there? And then you've got this, and you're brushing your teeth. Let me get rid of this third arm here. You're doing that. So you're not even worried about it. You're not doing it necessarily just for them. You're doing it because, guess what? It's the right thing to do, which is what you would be helping your kids do, or helping the siblings do. So you're an example here. You could then do number one by once you're done, you can turn to them and say, want help? And they go, yeah, Virginia wants help all the time. The question is whether or not anybody's going to give it to her. Whoever ends up helping them becomes the leader of them, because they know definitively that not only can you do it because they've watched you do it, but that you're willing to help them too. That makes you the leader. Now, the other thing, being an example is actually a little bit more complex than this. This is actually extremely powerful because it's not just these daily things that are happening, but it's all these unsaid things. And that's the leadership parts that are more complex, is the unsaid things, like being just a good kid. You can create good kids by being a good kid. What's going on, Hazel?
I just forgot.
You forgot. Okay, we're going to focus...
I remember, when are we actually going to go to the music lesson?
When are we going to go to the music lessons? That's not the conversation of today. The conversation of today is how to help your siblings be successful at everyday things. Okay? And so what we're going to talk about, and we're going to do some brainstorming, and we're going to talk about it. What are the different, again, we're going to go back. What are the things that you guys do every day that, as part of being part of our family, would make you successful? Cleaning. Nice one, Hazel.
You always have to clean.
You always do got to clean. Okay, what else? Cook. Okay, what else we got?
And, you always have to eat.
Okay, eating. Yep. Okay, what else we got? Drinking. I'll take that too. What else?
Talking about food things.
Okay, what else we got?
You always have to get your PJs on, brush your teeth and hair.
Okay, bedtime
Stuff.
activities. Okay, what about farming?
Yeah, farming.
Okay, what about
Let's see, hold on. Brushing your teeth.
we got that. We're gonna put that in our bedtime activities. How about this?
Helping your dad clean your office.
Okay, we got cleaning. We'll group it under there. Go ahead.
How about reading?
Reading. Okay, what else we got?
I got another one. Singing Patrick to bed.
Singing?
No. Well, you always have to
What? Okay, workbooks. What about manners?
Yeah, manners.
Good manners.
Use your good manners.
How about
Dressing yourself.
dressing?
Yes.
What about?
Feeding your rabbit.
Okay, animal. It's called animal husbandry. That's a good one. What about being good at stores out in public?
Oh yeah, not going there.
Good at stores.
And also, don't show your butts at anyone.
Don't show butts. Isn't that part of good manners? Maybe it's just decent behavior. How about that? Decent behavior.
And you're also supposed to never.
How about sitting on your chair because you've fallen over a couple times now?
Yeah, that's in like right now.
Yeah, like right now. Decent behavior.
Some of the kids fall over at church.
Kids fall over at church. How about how to help people?
Yeah,
How to help. Just that's kind of just in general. Okay, what else we got? Anything else? This is a lot of things up here. This is all the time. This is daily stuff, right? How about tie shoes? We'll put that. No, you said dressing. Dressing. Yeah, we got dressing.
Ooh, how about cleaning? Not cleaning. I'm gonna say probably mopping.
That's cleaning.
Cleaning.
Let me see if I can throw any ones out there.
That one.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Probably
If you got some, just yell it out. We're doing a brainstorm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you get right or wrong. It just say it. Go on. Not gonna get mad at you. Playing.
Playing. I'll put that down. Okay. So we got a pretty exhaustive list here. Now, here's the thing, right? You guys do this every day, right?
Every single day.
Cooking, cleaning, eating, drinking, bedtime activities, animal husbandry, decent behavior, good at stores, dressing, good manners, workbooks, reading, farming, how to help others, playing. The question is, can Virginia and or Patrick do all of these very well?
No.
Okay. What about cleaning? Can Virginia use a broom?
I've been trying to teach her using a broom. Yeah. She always go like.
What's that thing that's beeping?
Your timer.
Oh, we got Patrick out there who's just locked us into the room. We're hearing all those beep beeps, and it's Patrick. Hey, don't worry about it. Come back. We're good. So, cleaning. Can Virginia clean very well?
Not really.
No. Can she cook?
No.
Okay. Eating.
Yes.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Okay. Drinking.
No. No, you need the green for that.
Now, I understand what you're saying. We're just going to use check marks and X's. Okay, drinking. We think we're pretty good there.
Yes.
What about bedtime activities?
No.
No.
No, actually, she's good at doing it. No.
We're gonna put one slash instead of two slashes because two slashes is like no, she's getting there,
Yeah.
right? So that's a maybe. Animal husbandry. Can she take care of Reuben on her own?
She does that sometimes.
I'm gonna put one slash. Okay, farming. Can she farm?
Not really.
No.
No.
Can she read?
No. She looks at books.
Can she do workbooks?
No. She can.
Does she have good manners?
No.
I'll give her a slash.
Yeah.
She's working on it.
Yeah, she's like.
Can she dress herself?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely, yes.
Is she good at stores?
No.
Yes, she is.
Nah.
Decent. Does she have decent behavior?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. We're gonna put a slash through that. Does she know how? Does she? Is she good at helping other people?
Nope.
We'll put a slash. What about playing?
Yes.
It's good at playing. Okay. So now we've got our list here. How to help your siblings be successful at everyday things. If you want to be I'm telling you guys now, if you want to be the leader of Virginia, you have to show her how to do these things.
Okay.
Now, and not these things. You see this check mark here? These, you should be careful. Well, I shouldn't say that. You need to be a little bit more cautious here because you need to know if she wants to improve at these, you need to know specifically how These are a little bit easier because it's more generalized, right? She doesn't know. Does she know how to mop?
No.
Does she know how to wipe down tables?
Sometimes.
Does she know how to? Does she know how to sweep? Does she know how to use a vacuum cleaner?
Sometimes.
Is there? You see, there's so many different topics. She doesn't know anything about them, and you could help them on. Okay, cooking. Does she know how to boil water?
No.
Does she know how to chop things?
No.
She
One
sometimes
time she-
takes the bacon out of the pan.
One time Virginia actually like cut herself with a knife.
I believe it. We've all cut ourselves with knives. So the reason why I mention these things,
And a box cutter.
these are often the things that everybody has to do all the time. Now, here's the thing. They have to value this. And so, for example, decent behavior, this one is a little complex because the question is, why would we want decent behavior?
I actually have another one.
Don't be so
Picking
wild.
fruit.
That's farming.
So we don't be so wild.
Yeah, but why?
So
That must be mom out there.
so other people don't follow it.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the result of decent behavior? Why would you want that? I'll just give you it. The reason why you want decent behavior is because you want to be able to influence people. And when you have indecent behavior, it reduces your ability to influence behavior or people. What does influence mean?
Influence means
Come on, Hazel. What does influence mean?
Influence mean oh, I didn't know that.
What does it mean?
telling someone to do something.
That's a way to influence somebody, but that's not influence. Influence is just a natural phenomena that we can get other people to do things. And what are those three things, Hazel?
I believe behaviors and actions.
Yeah, these are the three things that we can influence. So let's talk about beliefs. Okay, let's talk about beliefs for a second. What belief would we want to influence about cleaning?
This is mind blowing.
Is it mind-blowing?
Probably all the things.
Because you could say actions, behaviors, and beliefs to every single one of these.
Yes.
Okay? Behavior. How about this? Cleaning is important.
Yes.
That's a belief. Okay? What about cooking?
Cooking
is
definitely good.
Cooking is a vital skill. Just that's a belief. Eating cleanly is good for you and in the future. How about dressing?
it's good for you.
That if you're smart about dressing, you become an independent person. Stop playing with the equipment, please. All of these things you can influence their actions, which is where you should start, as in like how to clean effectively. So you would say, here's brooming. What would you all here? I'm going to start erasing stuff because we're going to start narrowing it down. You guys are going to have to think about this and see this as you go throughout life. But we're going to focus on just one of them for now. Use my new eraser that squirts. See?
Wow.
It squirts.
Can I?
No, you're going to sit there and learn. Okay, so we're talking about brooming, okay? Each one of these topics we just talked about, this is a subset of what? What was this a subset of? No, cleaning. Okay, we're talking about cleaning, and we're talking about influencing someone, and we're going to focus on brooming. What are aspects of brooming? Yeah, how do you broom? How do you broom well? How do you clean well?
You don't do this. You have to do like
Okay.
If you're good at it, you can go.
Okay. So you're saying, don't push, and this means without a push broom.
Yeah.
Instead, pull towards you. That's what you're saying, right? That's what you did. You said pull it towards you, don't push.
Yeah, don't go
Yeah, that's pushing away.
Yeah.
What are some other tips for somebody to learn how to broom well?
Another one. Brooming well is like holding the dustbin.
Go ahead.
Holding the broom correctly.
Okay, how do you hold the broom correctly?
Well, if you're good, you do this.
Go ahead.
But if you're not good at it, you hold two hands. Yeah. Actually.
You're saying that if you're good with the broom, you only use one hand. But I think what you're saying there is when you have one of these, a little catcher, right? One hand's doing that, right? And then your other hand is getting the little broom and you're pulling it in like that, right?
Yeah.
But that's not all there is with brooming, but that is one kind of brooming. Another one,
As you bend down and you're like, there's like a tiny one.
not drawing it quite like I would like. Another kind is where you have the broom like this, right? Like a full size broom. And you might sweep it into a pile,
Yeah.
right? When we're talking about this kind of brooming, what are some good techniques and some good tips?
Pull it like, you stand right here and then you pull it like,
Okay, so you're pulling it like this. How about this? Instead of holding the broom in any which way possible, you hold the broom at the tip with one hand. And then with this other hand, which this isn't quite showing it quite well, you hold lower on the broom. Why would you do this?
so
Why would you hold it like this?
So the sweepy part is more able to go to,
It's a leverage thing. It doesn't really matter why, but this does work better. And the reason is because when you have it at the top, you've got good positive control and you can move the whole broom like that. And then this hand right here acts as a lever. It's mostly in the middle of the broom. That's why it's lower. Instead of, if you hold it at the top, you can't really do it. But when you do that, you have this motion going on. It's really easy to push it where you want it. Okay? I mention this stuff because in order to become good at brooming, guess what? Every single one of you guys actually learned how to do this because we showed you how to do it. The reason why you know this, there's things that you know innately. You're trying to show it. You don't have words for it. But we intentionally showed you how to broom, holding the handle in certain kind of ways. If you were to show Virginia these sorts of things, you start to become the expert at brooming. And if you let her, so you got to let her try to do it. Then you come over and you know, like, hey, hold it right here. They may not want to do that and this, that, and the other, but you've got to learn to work with them to get them to the point where, like we have told you guys, like, that's not how you sweep. You don't do it like that. You do it like this. And all of a sudden you guys swept well and we said, wow, that's really good. Then you became good at sweeping. Most kids your age do not know how to broom. Did you know that? You need to know that. We talked about cooking. We talked about farming. We talked about that. Most kids don't know how to do any of those things. But they could.
Yeah, if you just teach them that.
I mean, does Virginia know how to do this? She's part of the most kids. Now. But she's only 3. That's a reasonable excuse until it's no longer reasonable. Okay, so we're gonna end here. We're gonna end here, but we're gonna go back over a summary one more time. What is influence?
influence is telling someone to believe and do something that you say.
Kinda. You want to add to that, Hazel?
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What else does influence mean? It means things like getting people to do actions, behaviors, and beliefs. That's it. Getting people to do actions, behaviors, and beliefs. Getting people to do actions, behaviors, and beliefs. That's influence. Okay. Now, there are There's both leadership and then there's manipulation. What is the difference between leadership and manipulation? Hazel, go.
Manipulation is self.
Okay. It's influencing for the purposes of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else?
And then influence.
No, leadership.
Leadership is others.
Influencing for the benefit of others.
Mm-hmm. Like helping others if they need help.
Okay, helping others if they need help. Now, we went over real quickly 3 ways that kids can be leaders. Do you guys remember what they are really quickly? Okay, go ahead.
Helping your siblings, push to learn, be an example.
Okay, help siblings, push to learn,
Be an example.
be an example. What, Hazel, what are 3 ways that you could help a sibling with their everyday life?
Help them know how to get dressed.
Okay, dress. What else? Quickly.
Okay.
Grooming.
No, it's Hazel's turn.
Helping them brush their teeth.
Brush teeth. Okay.
Here's
say it, just spit it out.
Okay. Help them know how to broom.
Okay, brooming. Julia, what are 3 more ways to help a sibling be successful in everyday living?
Cooking.
Cooking.
Helping them farm.
Farming.
Let's see. Helping them do their workbooks.
Workbooks. Okay, so when we're doing this, are we doing it for them?
No.
No.
Okay, what are we doing then? How are we helping them if we're not doing it for them?
We have to show them how.
Show them how.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Like, I tie my shoe and then I kind of like help for you tie your shoe.
Okay. All right.
when I'm showing them how to brush their teeth good.
Okay, how to brush your teeth good, because you guys have known, because you've done this, they already know how to brush their teeth, but they don't know how to do it good.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hint. They already believe that they know how to do these things, but they really know that they want to do them better, and that is how you would actually do it. You show them, like, this is definitively how to do it. Okay, I think that's all the time that we have for this edition of Leadership Academy for Kids. If you like this, we do this. We go live every Monday at 11 Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about leadership topics, and we bring it down to...
Before we turn it off, Dad, can we actually say your names?
You want to say your names. Go right on ahead. This is the crowd.
You say yours first.
What?
Yours
You
first.
said you wanted to do yours first.
And by the way, my name is Hazel.
Okay, we got Hazel.
I'm Julia.
And we have Julia. That's our audience. And so we always have a live audience, unless they're off doing something.
And also our dad's name is Mike.
That's right. My name is Mike Cornwell. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.